After all this, when Josiah had prepared the temple, Necho, king of Egypt, came to fight against Carchemish.
Now this was a hidden king, an idol worshipper. You see, this is where humility means everything. An attitude of humility will save you. Yeah. And this is where you have to choose between humility and pride. Now look at why this king died prematurely. Look at why he died prematurely. Foolishness. That was all. Pride, arrogance, presumption, and a prejudiced attitude. Go ahead, look at something.
Necho, king of Egypt, came up to fight against Carchemish by Euphrates, and Josiah went out against him.
Did the Bible say he came to fight Josiah?
No.
Talk to me. Did he come to fight Josiah?
No.
Tell somebody, mind your own business. Mind your own business. You know, one of the problems in the church, people take up fights that don't concern them. It's very dangerous. Sometimes you see a congregation member having a fight with the pastor or with the leader of the church, and you side with them without knowing the details of the situation. You just side with them and become a partaker of the sins of others. You must learn to mind your own business. I'm telling you. He didn't mind his own business. He went and took up a fight that didn't concern him and died prematurely. And look at what led him to his premature death. Look at it.
But he sent ambassadors to him saying,
the hidden king sent his ambassadors to go and talk to the king of Israel that I don't have a problem with you. You and I have no fight. I'm not coming against you, and my battle is not with you, but with another house. Don't cross me. Stay out of my way. And listen to what he said. And look at why Josiah died untimely death. Look at it.
What have I to do with thee, thou king of Judah?
He said, King of Judah, I don't have anything to do with you. I have no fight with you. I'm minding my own business. Go ahead, listen.
I came not against thee this day.
He said, I haven't come against you this day. I have no fight with the house of God. Go ahead.
But against the house wherewith I have war.
He said, I have a war with another house, not with you. I have no fight with you.
For God commanded me to make haste.
This was where Josiah missed it. This was a hidden king. He wasn't a Hebrew. He wasn't a believer. He was an unbeliever and a hidden king. And had the audacity to say, you king of Judah, God should have used you to do this, but your God, whom you serve, has commanded me to leave Egypt and to come all the way from Egypt and come and fight another house. Your God commanded me. Josiah had issues with that. You know something? We can't tell God who we should use. I'm telling you. And that is where humility comes. Because God created good and evil. He said, I kill and I make alive. So God can do whatever he pleases. He's God by himself. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. God can use even the devil. He uses the devil. Who crucified Jesus? Who crucified Jesus? The Bible said it pleased God to bruise him. But physically speaking, it was the devil who did it through men. But God used the devil to carry it out. Because the Bible said if the princes of this world have known, they wouldn't have crucified the Lord of glory. So God deployed Satan to carry out his plans. He can use anybody. And you cannot tell God who he should use and who he shouldn't. That is where humility comes to play. And this scripture is a very, very scary scripture. There are some scriptures in the Bible that scares me. This is one of them. And I'm Archbishop. I'm an Archbishop. I'm telling you that some scriptures in the Bible scares me. And this is one of them. That you can miss it like that. No matter how anointed you think you are. No matter how much you are invested in scripture. You can miss it if you are proud and arrogant. Because the same scriptures can make you arrogant and proud. Your achievements can make you arrogant and proud. Go ahead.
He said, forbear thee from meddling with God. Who is with me?
He said, don't get involved in this thing. Because if you get involved, you'll be interfering with the purposes of God. Don't do it. King of Judah, don't do it. Go ahead.
It said, keep from meddling with God who is with me.
He said, you think you are the king of Judah? I'm an idol worshiper. But the God you claim to be your God is with me. And if you interfere, your God, who is with me, will deal with you. Go ahead, look at it.
Your God who is with me, that he destroy thee not.
That your God destroy you not. Hey! Somebody say, hey! Come on, talk to me. Do it, man. We say, hey! Hey! It's carrying on. Go ahead, look at it.
Nevertheless, Josiah would not turn his face from him.
He will not turn from him.
But he disguised himself that he may fight with him, and hearken not unto the words of Necho from the mouth of God.
He will not hearken
The voice of Necho.
to the what?
The voice of Necho.
To the what?
Words of Necho.
To the words of the hidden king of Egypt.
From the mouth of God.
From the mouth of God. How? Turn to someone and say, how? How? You see? But that is where humility comes in. That God can choose to use anybody he wants to. God didn't speak by him. He chose to speak by a hidden king. You see, sometimes we have to just allow God to do his thing. You see, that's why this thing about false prophets and some of these prophets who are misbehaving and things, that's why sometimes people will come, Papa, you are the Papa, say something, do something, and I just keep quiet. And it's not because I don't understand what I know, because these things happen in the times of Jesus, in the times of the apostles. But time has a way to weed them all out. And sometimes you have to be very, very careful how you handle some of these things, because it can lead. Sometimes the people you are going to deliver them can even get up and fight you. Yeah. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to be very careful. Because in trying to correct it, you may create more problems. So sometimes you just have to let time deal with it. And even when you are dealing with it, you have to be very, very humble and very careful that you don't, in the midst of it, miss it. Judge not that you may not be judged. Yeah. Who are you to judge another man's servant? We have to be very careful sometimes. When we think we have power and we are righteous people, we know we are educated, we have the light, we know the best, law is on our side, we can do as we please. Who told you? Who told you that? You. Who told you that? A man who lives today and tomorrow you wither like the flower and the grass of the field. And you are talking, you are just talking arrogantly, and you don't even know your tomorrow. Somebody say, mercy, Lord, mercy.
Nevertheless, Josiah would not turn his face from him, but disguised himself that he may fight with him, and hearkened not unto the words of Necho from the mouth of God, and came to fight in the valley of Megiddo. And the archers shot at King Josiah. And the king said to his servants, have me away, for I am sore wounded. His servants therefore took him out of that chariot, and put him in a second chariot that he had. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and he died, and was buried in one of the sepulchres of his fathers. And all Judah and Jerusalem mourned for Josiah.
It was a foolish death. Tell two people, don't die foolishly. Don't die foolishly. Don't die foolishly. A lot of people die foolishly. That is what pride and arrogance can do to you. It can kill you foolishly. Josiah shouldn't have died at all. He shouldn't have died. It was unnecessary for him to die. He should have just accepted by humility that God, you can use anybody you want to use. It's your business. I am here. You could have used me, but you chose to go to Egypt to go and take Necho, a hidden king, an idol worshiper. Speak through him and use him. It's your business. You are God. I'm minding my own business. He could have been alive. But his problem is that how can God use a hidden? I will not accept it. This guy is fooling with me. He's trying to play some smart game with me here. I will go out after him and destroy and prove to him that we are the chosen people. Who told you are the chosen people? When Israel was coming out of Egypt, there was another prophet nobody knew of him. Another prophet. He wasn't part of them. He didn't come with them from Egypt. And he was a prophet. On their way to the promised land, there was a prophet. And he was a prophet of God. And we didn't know where he came from, but he was a prophet. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have an attitude of humility. It will take you far. It will take you places. Let's learn to show gratitude. Let's learn to be thankful. Let's stop taking credit for our achievement in life. Let's humble ourselves. Let's take it easy.